Bobby Light, Irresistible. You a dirty girl. We're talking perfume, but you a dirty girl. An 80s Ric Flair trying to be Jafar. Aroma Chemicals meet Eastern Incense. You didn't. Rogue straight shot up my channel last year because of how big his balls were. Looks like some shrinkage IFRA style going on. And another perfume rocking that 80s hair band style with all that sweet sugar over it. It's a Rogue day, and we're doing it thrice. I'm Brandon, Therapeutic Fragrance. I love that you're here. Subscribe and let's go. All right, let's get this out of the way first. This is being addressed because I addressed it almost every one of his videos. And the reason he shot up, he put something on his marketing last year that I had to recognize. And I recognized it big time by almost putting every one of his perfumes on my channel. Some of my most viewed on my channel. So I know a lot of you guys came from Rogue fans. So we need to address it. Seems like those IFRA police have gotten to somebody. Emmanuel Cross, unfortunately, he took off his IFRA tagline off his perfume. He says he's going to stay non-IFRA compliant. His perfume used to say that on it. Was one of my most favorite things ever. I think all non-IFRA compliant should have a stamp. And I know exactly who came at him because they came at me. Every time I did a Rogue review, a Rogue post on Instagram, that came at me hard. I know exactly who they are. I've seen them talking with them. Makes me sick. I know exactly who these people. They asked me to debate live. I'm almost there. I haven't fully made my stance known. I'm almost there. But I don't want their little kitty cat pawns debating me. I want their bosses debating me. I know exactly who they work for. Anyways, it's a serious thing. The IFRA thing is a serious thing. They're out there doing a whole battle on social media that nobody sees. Most of you don't care about because it hasn't affected you. And when it does affect you, you might not even see it. It's just one of those things. But I'm out. I'm out of perfume if IFRA comes into the U.S. I'm out. Not kidding. I'd own like 3 or 4 bottles. That's it. For nice smelling every once in a while. Stuff makes me sick overall. I mean, it's so copycat. It's so similar. Their musks, their projectors, their sillages. It's no wonder the moths are dying off, man. It smells like that stuff. Okay, back to Manuel. So he says he's still non-IFRA, but he did remove that. Manuel, you can defend yourself in a big old comment here. I'll treat you professionally and whatnot, but the Fougere Lab, I pointed a lot of people to that and told people to support you because of that tagline you put on your perfumes. I thought that was bold. The stamp. I think all non-IFRA people should have a stamp. They absolutely should. Guess what? IFRA compliant people are starting to put their compliance up. Dropping bombs. That's okay. They've dropped bombs on me. Now let's get into the fragrances. Let's get into what this is all about. I love Rogue. 2 bottles. Check it out. This unbelievable that he brought this back into the world. Shipper CM. This I do need to rescore. I've learned a lot about Fougeres. I did not understand ebbs, the flows. I got into vintages late last year, posted about it on Instagram, talked about it up here, did a live stream about it, and some of the Fougeres that have been done that I own now gave me just a lesson, a spanking on what the artistry of a Fougere was. And when I reviewed this, I did not know that. I admit that. And this, I cannot believe what a shipper this is. But this, compared to the 10 Fougeres I have vintage style, I've learned a lot since then. So this, I'm trying to figure out how to do that, but needs rescored. I've never rescored anything. I have a few others, but Fougere Lab is one of those. Okay, first fragrance starting off with is ISHTAR. Hope everybody's okay. Got to get these rants out. I did these before, so that's what that's about. Prices are raised here, so the critique's raised a bit. He's upped his volume quite a bit for price to ml. The 30 mLs are like $85, almost at $3 mark. Right, that's the level. Full critiquing cracks up right at that 3 when those niche brands decide they want to get some, want to play at that level, because there's a lot of people playing at that level who are doing really, really, really good stuff. So let's see how his hold up at that level. I think pretty good. He's pretty good. Super CM, not changing a thing on that. EDT, you can get a 60 ml for $125. I'll put it at a 50-50. Manual Cross is the nose. Launched in 2020. Notes of frankincense, benzoin, juniper, myrrh, lily, sandalwood, musk. This one has all that 80s love from the Dipper Dapper that we you know from the house. You're very familiar with it. Right from there, you apply it on, and the top it kind of goes away, and you get the sharp frankincense. I don't know if he's just buying from an EO company, then the juniper is really doing something to this frankincense to make it feel really fresh and poignant. Like I said, I've been playing with raw frankincense ingredients. I have like 5 different levels of them, what they call royal. I don't know. Each one of them has different grades of what it medicinal and whatnot, and you get some fresh, sharp, clean frankincense off the top of this fragrance. The juniper, I think, just adds that punch perfectly to that. The second note that's very strong here is the musk, that aroma, chemical musk that he uses in here. The heart, the Rogue Aroma Power chemical comes forth in the sillage and air, where it's not as prominent on the top. It's very frankincense heavy, not incense, not an incense cord, just a really fresh frankincense, and light. The aromas behind it, and then they switch places in the heart. At this point, just ignore the health hazards of the aroma chemical and pray none gets stuck in your mask. At this point, the benzoin and lily together start forming. I say together, they smell blended. As with all manual perfumes, Rogue perfumes, his blending is exceptional for a self-taught perfumer. Dry down, we get back to the 80s, and then the frankincense starts to calm down. And then a weird thing, it flip-flops in the dry down to where some of that aroma, whatever he's using for his musk, the frankincense and myrrh outlasts it, with the frankincense leading the incense accord in that. It's usually the opposite, where it's myrrh heavy at this point, so that Eastern incense, it's frankincense heavy on this one. So really good transitions back and forth on ISHTAR. Good take, original take. I don't know of anything else that plays with the two balances like that and go back and forth. Usually it's heavy one way or the other. There's a lot of back and forth of that Eastern meets Western worlds of the 80s. Scoring for ISHTAR, I give it a 70 out of 100. Who do I see wearing it? Ric Flair. All right, Jasmine Antique. So it's $95 for 30 ml, so he's over 3 ml on it. Manual Cross the nose. This one from the Dipper Dapper, it's not it and skin. This thing is I can smell the aroma, the aromatics of the jasmine from here as soon as it hits my skin. Remember the opening marks, you're a dirty girl. That's this perfume. 75 feminine, 25 masculine for me. Might even be more than that. Notes are jasmine, grandiflora blossoms, musk, clove, and vanilla. This is a dirty perfume. Usually I say dirty and sweet, dirty and clean. This is straight up dirty, dirty, dirty. Very little clean coming to help at all. The antique part is nailed. It's the 80s love you're familiar with in all Rogue perfumes, that aroma, heavy chemical, that, and a waxy, heavy, heady jasmine, dirty jasmine. This was your mama's perfume or one of her friends. when they were going out to get into trouble. They were up to no good. No mistake in that one. This is the angry and mean side of Jasmine. No calming down right from the get-go as you apply it on skin. As it soaks into the skin, it becomes more waxy and heady. The dirt comes down a bit, but very waxy, heady. Just the mean, angry side of Jasmine, never turning nice, never giving you a smile. From the bottle, it acts like Jasmine's gonna smile at you, but once it's on my skin, it doesn't. On dry down, a bit of vanillin. It sweetens up a bit on dry down of it. I don't know if that's the case of vanillin. Usually when there's a raw vanilla in there, I get aromatics of vanilla in the top or heart. I didn't get any here. Just on the dry down, it's sweetened up a bit with the vanilla note. Guessing vanillin. Overall, a very basic composition. Rightfully named, perfectly named for what it is. Just not enough of those transitions like the ISHTAR in this for me. Again, there are vintages on the market that far surpass what this is and are available right now, especially at this price. Less than this price, you get a vintage for this, and you still get that same aroma flare. Scoring for this one, 63 out of 100. Sample for the nostalgia of it. Who do I see wearing this one? Pamela Sue Martin, Fallon from the original Dynasty. Most of these, they did differ a bit, but their scent bubbles, they're going to leave a sillage. People are going to know you're wearing classic perfume. Most Rogues, if you're wearing them, you know what it's all about. Tuberose and Moss, the final one. Same thing, 95 bucks, 30 ml. 70 feminine, 30 masculine. These are all EDTs, by the way, if I haven't said that. Notes are tuberose, oak moss, vanilla cream, allspice, berry, cedar, labdanum, and musk. This one is different. I love it. Blast of moss from the front, that oak moss love that we've all become to know and love the House of Rogue for. Just this heavy use of oak moss. Not the first time he's used heavy tuberose. He's a tuberose fan. He used it in the tuberose leather one. My goodness, I love that perfume also. I wouldn't touch that. Just a special. First time I've seen tuberose that used that way with black leather. So he's really good with tuberose. Off the top, you get the namesake tuberose and oak moss, but wait. A lot of sweet things begin to happen after that. I'm not sure if I like it or not, or want to pull it off or not. I think there are a lot of women that would. Some kind of perfume musk, 80s style, very perfumey, women perfumey. It starts to develop in the transition with a bunch of sweet notes around it. Very creamy, but I wouldn't call it vanilla cream, but I get the creamy at this point with very fruity mixtures coming in with that perfume blast, that 80s perfume blast. The cedar is dry and behind everything and just soaked into everything I just mentioned in the heart of the fragrance. The musk for me in this one is pretty overpowering at this in the sillage points and just a little more than I want it to. Shipper CM, I mean, don't get me wrong, I love it there. So some people would love it in this one. Dry down is where some magic starts to take place. The cream effect takes over. Against the perfume musk, it comes on top with whipped berries. It becomes a dessert gourmand kind of thing on your skin. Again, wonderful blending from manual on the perfume here. The transitions are out of this world. To do that takes some artistry. Kudos to him for that. I'll score this one 76 out of 100. Decant this. Try it out for you guys. All right. Not to be mean to you, Manuel, or not. Please put your thoughts for taking the non-IFRA thing off of there. I mean, I'm here to defend you guys. You guys step up for that reason. That's the reason you got featured on my channel, to be honest with you. And we had some private conversations. I've been flat out. I mean, you gave him the middle finger. We got some other reviewers saying that same thing. Big reviewers up here reviewing your stuff in order. And there's people behind you, man. So we just need to bring these people together, and it's a fight. Like I said, they'll only attack me with Rogue. I know why. I know exactly why. I'm not told them why. They don't dare do it with my high natural companies. They don't dare come at me there. This is where they come at me. So half of the rant is directed towards them. Bring it on. I'm a little more ready this year than before, and prepared to give back at you. I know exactly what they threaten companies with. It's the same tactics. We're going to come after you. You're going to hurt people. It's bad for skin. Guess what? IFRA compliant fragrances are bad for skin too. I've got more rashes on IFRA compliant fragrances than non-IFRA compliant fragrances. That's a true fact. We can go into a lot more details that I know that are truth. They're going for money. It's all about money. It's not about health. They try to paint it that it's about health. It's a total lie. I need to quit. I can go off on this forever. It's been a while. I haven't talked about IFRA for a while. I saved it for my Rogue ones last year. Everybody that's followed Rogue, this will be the same dialogue you're used to in those videos. You new guys, this is something, natural guys in the U.S., something you got to pay attention to, because all our favorite tar, natural houses, Eastern houses would be taken away from distributors and being able to buy it, and make it so hard for people to make the good stuff from Earth. All right. I'm out. Manual's still doing good stuff. Rogue Perfumery still doing good stuff. You guys, you and yours be safe and be blessed.